8 a.m. local. It's 11 a.m. New England time, and I think it might be colder here than it is in New England. I did not dress for this weather. We've got a strong high pressure system off the west coast of the United States, and the temperature this morning around Los Angeles, low 50s, but up in the mountains this morning, Edwards Air Force Base, it's 27 degrees. I didn't think it was going to be this cold or this windy. Oh, squirrel. We've got a squirrel. Squirrel on a wire. What's he gonna do next? Let's see it. This is live and unscripted. We have no Steve, no T-Rex, no Mitt. So we're gonna have a squirrel this morning. It's just gonna stand there and watch me watch you. All right, so there's the sun, and it's a beautiful day, and kind of I've got a easterly exposure here. Kind of get my bearings mixed up, but there are mountains out there, and those mountains. On the other side of those mountains, about 90 miles to our east, is a ski resort called Big Bear. And it snowed there yesterday, 1 or 2 inches. And it looks like it's 3 different resorts, Snow Summit, Snow Valley, Bear. And the snow guns are on this morning. So the snow guns are on in Southern California, but not in New England. There is skiing in New England. Killington and Sunday River, at least, I know that, are open. And the temperature on the top of Mount Washington is still freezing, but for the lower 5,000 feet of the atmosphere in New England, we are done with the snowmaking weather here for a while. Looks like it may get marginally cold enough again on Monday. There's going to be a little cool pool coming down from the north, so we're colder. I'm having deja vu. I think I remember in one of my forecasts from about 10 days ago, I said, and if this is right, in 10 days, New England and Southern California will be the coldest places in the nation. And so there's always some rhyme or reason to what you see on a 10-day forecast. And we also saw 10 days ago that there'd be a storm somewhere near New England, and there are 2 storms, both missing New England this morning. The satellite imagery shows more clouds than we had yesterday, and there's about a 998 occluded low over Newfoundland, and that's kind of backed in, and there was a little bit of precipitation in Maine. And then you have the old storm that was supposed to be in the Great Lakes that ended up going off North Carolina, and that's well south of Nantucket, and the two were kind of looping around out there. I was kind of surprised when I looked at the webcams that there was no surf. The Boston buoy did report 4 feet 8 seconds, so I think there is still a chance for surf and ski weather on the same day in New England. And certainly here in Southern California, if you want to do some hiking, I don't know if there's any resorts open in California, but there's snow on the ground, and the surf was outrageous yesterday. It was so chaotic. We did go down to the beach. It's behind the building over there, so you can't really see it. That is looking north along the coast. So those mountains are pretty close to the shore right there in Santa Monica, California, where we are. There is surf weather, but the wind's onshore northwest today, and it's a gusty day, and our plan is to go to a football game. The University of Southern California homecoming weekend, hosting the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And I love the big bands. I didn't go to a big college with a big band. Linden State College, I don't think we had any band. Maybe the Packing House on Wednesday nights. Okay, so what's the weather doing? We have got this low pressure in Nevada right now. So there's an upper low coming down into the western United States, and there's ridging popping up in most of the eastern United States. But we are going to have a little bit of a backdoor front come in on Sunday night and Monday. And the Boston 5-day, you can't really tell at all. It's very close to 60 degrees. There's no freezing weather. Still high fire danger with the dew point slowly climbing through the 20s. And then it does get more humid here with that front coming in from the north. The wind is gusting again today and tomorrow, 25 to 30. And then the wind lets up a little bit tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Then it picks back up on Monday afternoon. But the dew point is coming up. It's going to be a little bit higher humidity Monday and Tuesday with a lot of clouds around. Instability, shower is possible, but there's no appreciable rain in the Boston forecast for at least 6 days. It does get a lot more interesting once we get to next Wednesday, Thursday. It seems like Wednesdays and Thursdays have been the interesting days. And let's go right to the Euro then, and we'll play it out. High pressure is built to our west now, and so that storm over Labrador, there's the gradient, those isobars in the northeast. And meanwhile, you get a powerful storm coming out of the southwestern United States driving into Canada, and that's separate from an upper level low and cooler air coming into New England on Tuesday. We have a fairly breezy day from the north again, and it looks like warm air is going to be coming in our direction, but it's going to be kind of cut off because of cold air damming and high pressure well to our north. And then Wednesday, let's stop it. Wednesday, here's a storm coming out of the Midwest. This has been a moving target. No sign of a hurricane, so Sarah is pretty much over with. And Wednesday, we stop it at, when did I say? I can't remember the exact time. But there's a low pressure system over Indiana and or Michigan, and it's powerful. It's down around 980. I mean, that is a powerhouse storm. And look at the snow on the south side and rain on the north side. How does that happen? Well, those blue lines, upper level low, a cutoff of cold that's going to be diminishing there, just cold enough for snow on the south side, and it does look very windy too. I'm not going to use the B word. I've been getting in trouble using the B word too often, but that's a powerhouse storm, and it's upside down. Cold on the south side, warm on the north side, and a triple point low coming right at New England. Now let's put this into motion, and there is a band of rain or maybe some high elevation mixed precipitation coming into New England Wednesday night and Thursday. And so if I stop it again, when is this? I can't remember the exact time. It's next Thursday or Friday. You've got a 990-ish low near the coast of New England, and there's actually a little bit of purple there, which means cold rain, perhaps mixed with sleet in southeastern Massachusetts, if this is right. I don't think we're going to see any wintry mix in southern New England from that, but the point of this mess here next Thursday and Friday is we have a cutoff upper level low with old cold that is decaying and multiple low pressure systems forming and rotating around in that upper level low, kind of dumbbelling around. And even though we saw this for perhaps today from 5 and 6 days ago, we now see it again, and it's a stronger, more robust and plausible situation here. I think next Thursday and Friday that we are going to get precipitation, and there may be some elevation snow, but there's not much cold with there, and we can't really pinpoint any one storm. It's multiple low pressure systems wobbling around, and then they gradually lift out back in motion. Next weekend looks fairly chilly and windy around here, but then there's a major warm-up coming out of the southeastern United States. Matter of fact, it actually looks almost record warm south of a front that's going to be lined from the Great Lakes down to about Arizona or so, and there's going to be warm air aimed at us. Now, this is day 10, way out there. I think that's Thanksgiving week, right? Yeah, a few days before Thanksgiving, so hopefully our ski areas will have made some more snow in one of those windows, and will have us skiing on Thanksgiving if we so desire. But it looks like it would be warming up again there, and you can see that in the I'll switch gears to the Boston 15-day forecast, where it does show some rain and wind around here on Thursday into Friday, and then it gets colder again, and then there's a warm-up. You see the wave there, so almost seasonable weather with a warmer wave coming in after next weekend. Done with the weather now. I'm going to kind of try and do a quick edit. Yesterday, did a little time lapse of the clouds. I'm going to show this because I didn't really narrate it very much, but watching the clouds right over those mountains yesterday, there was a beautiful cloud bank, and it was snowing probably about 60 miles away from us, and we did not end up with a rainbow at the end of the day. So that cloud bank kind of dissipated, then it reformed again as we went for a windy walk down to the Santa Monica Pier, where pretty interesting, lots of things to do down there, lots of sights to see, and the wind and the waves were a spectacle yesterday. They say it's not usually that windy and wavy here, so no surfing for TK in that, but you want to go for a walk and are in more down the Santa Monica Pier and to one restaurant that I've only been to one restaurant so far, and it was really cool though. It's called Misfits. I felt right at home at Misfits. A nice mural on the wall there, and then a rainbow and a rainbow dog too, and then a time lapse of the moon coming up here, and then a time lapse of the moon briefly going down in Weymouth. If you look really quickly at the time lapse after the moon comes up here in California, I see yesterday's weather in New England, not even a cloud in the sky after that moonset and cirrus cloud yesterday morning in Weymouth. All right, until tomorrow, we're gonna have some, and more tomorrow is gonna feature football and a marching band. Oh yeah, I did watch all that fight last night. The ladies, oh boy, that was brutal. Those ladies, I just can't imagine the beating they gave to one another and then hugged afterwards. And the Tyson-Paul fight was pretty interesting too. The fact that somebody almost as old as me can stand in the ring for 10 rounds and survive while pummeling one another, that was a spectacle. And that was interesting. So we did that. And okay, here's the and more from down by the pier yesterday. 2 o'clock California time, 5 o'clock Boston time. The moon is past full by a couple of seconds, and we're going out this door, up on a roof, Southern California, where it is actually snowing today, believe it or not. Big Bear. There's Big Bear. Anyone see Big Bear Lake? And it's over there. It's to the east. We got wind. Oh yeah, you can see the precipitation coming out of the clouds right there. So it's snowing within 90 miles of downtown Los Angeles right now. There's another view of it right there. I think there's a low pressure system over Nevada. Well, I know there is. And a surface trough extending out to the Pacific Ocean. Some convergence, some upslope, condensation, precipitation. Where's the pier? Where's the Santa Monica Pier? I've heard a lot about it. I want to go find the pier. Going for a walk. Windy, chilly day here in Southern California. So going on walkabout out the door here in Santa Monica, where you can have your garden and your fuchsia all year round, I do believe. Got palm trees. Looks like a magnolia right there. And what are these? Oh, yes. That might go well with some vodka and some bubbly water, seltzer water. All right, here we go. Out the door. Watch out for the things on the ground. Whatever that thing is, I just tripped on. Huh. And from the first ever department, we see a couple of delivery carts kind of moving around by themselves. Do they know that the light just changed?
Have a runner in each case for
This for the Ice at Santa Monica, presented by Disney Plus. Please continue to skate safe and have fun.
It's ice. It's ice. They got ice here. Wow. And we have arrived at the ocean, where it is pretty chilly, pretty windy. We got blowing and drifting sand. And I see 0 people in the water. There's a street over there, down there. And then there's a pier down there. We gotta go walk over towards the pier. Beach day, SUP. Not that appealing though. Highway, that's what I meant to say. Resiliency of trees. Route 66. Looks like it ends in Santa Monica. I didn't know that. That's why you gotta go out the door. That's bigger than a carronade, isn't it, Captain Peacock? Oh boy. Number 47, 15,980 pounds. WPE 1885. Cirque du Soleil. Is that permanent? Got a big tent there. Waves of wind, sand. There's the upslope. It's snowing 90 miles to our east right now. There are lots of games and rides too, but maybe due to wind, they're not happening. Although this one, Playland Arcade, this looks like a fun one. In the Daisy Hippie Bus. Hey, what's your name? Want to go surfing?
If that's your card, we'll get a big round of applause. Let's see if we got it. And what's your name, Hobbit? I saw it over here.
It's so sad I think that she don't see what I see. Every time she looks at me, I see your face. It's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
Cloud is tremendous. More and more and more of wind.
Just the way you are, the way you are, the way you are. Less stress. Your friends, family, and loved ones. Everyone's love and authenticity. Find my original songs. Stay motivated and encouraged, you know? This one's for you, okay? Keep warm. This is keep warm. Are you ready?
All right, that was fun. Kind of more fun going with the wind on the way out. And maybe we conclude this video with the tiniest little Santa Monica rainbow. And of course, a time lapse from Massachusetts. And the moon. more and more and more. Hi. And suddenly we get the rainbow colors everywhere. And I think we're entering Christmas zone. That's a big bottle.
And then the other one's really fine.
Shopping, shopping, shopping. Let's go shopping in here. And the tower clock, it's actually accurate. Not quite a T-Rex, but it'll do. Are you a T-Rex? Not quite. It's like a stegosaurus. Let's come down here while the lights are on. Later. And we're in one of the That's pretty cool. Ah, the Misfit. Right, that's perfect. Fit right in there in the Misfit. That was fun. Okay, cloud is decaying. The moon should be coming up. We got the Tyson fight also on Netflix. Gotta watch that too. So much less windy here on the east side of the building on the 3rd floor in Santa Monica, where the moon just came up. You see it? How about a little time lapse of the rising moon over Los Angeles, California, to end our and more for Saturday, November 16th. Looks like the snow cloud has evaporated there just below the moon. More and more and more. Until tomorrow.
Wow, look at that moon.
No, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? You know, we're from Massachusetts, but the moon is everywhere. Okay, that was fun. Now, let's just close it out with the time lapse from Weymouth. Hope you enjoyed it, and now maybe you can fall asleep to the piano music. Until tomorrow.